You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hi, Young and the Restless fans. We have got some spoilers for next week that are really exciting. Adam Newman and Chelsea Lawson have a moment that could change everything between them. Plus, there is a double kidnapping that takes several people by surprise and has different suspects in mind depending on who you ask. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and we're going to take a look ahead at the week of February 24th through the 28th, which is the culmination of sweeps on Wednesday. We've got spoilers for Chelsea, Adam, Lily, Damien, Phyllis, and Sharon, among many others. Please subscribe if you're not following us, and let's just get right into it. So first, let's start with Damien and Lily. So this guy has been ready to leave Genoa City ever since he got to town. But then Damien met Lily and was thrilled to find out that she is related to Nate only on the mom's side, not the dad's. So that means Lily and Damien are not blood related, which is good because she really caught Damien's eye, and Lily is a reason that he is sticking around. And of course, she's interested to find out more about Damien, but not because Lily is crushing on him, at least not yet. They are supposed to be involved in a romance at some point. But she is intrigued about the info that Victor got on the guy. Damien seems to have gained ownership of these two companies very fast, and he's connected to this other mystery guy that Victor is still looking into. And at the end of the day, Lily is worried that Damien is shady and think there's red flags around his business dealings, and she's worried he's going to hurt Nate. Meanwhile, Damien finds Lily beautiful and intriguing, and he wants to get to know her better. So after Damien unloads some of what's gone on when he went to see Amy, some of that drama, and he answers some of Lily's questions, he has questions for her next week. And the biggest one he wants to know, according to spoilers, is Damien is asking if Lily is romantically involved with anyone. And we can answer that. She is single as a Pringle, and it's been a hot minute since she had a man. But Damien only got Lily to sit down to dinner with him by agreeing that he would go see his mom, Amy, and, hear her out. But since Nate's attached to Amy and Lily cares about her cousin, Damien might be able to keep getting dates out of Lily by promising to keep talking to his mom, which he's actually already agreed to do by Friday, but he might still leverage it to get dates with a beautiful woman. And, I do think Damien is softening up on Amy, to be fair. So maybe Lily will keep seeing him, if for no other reason than to keep an eye on him, protect Nate, and find out more about this bizarre business background that Victor found out about. Now, let's talk about Chelsea and Adam. This Chatham resurrection may really be happening. Valentine's Day, a full week ago, it was ridiculous with not one, not two, but 3 fantasy sequences that built up things that did not happen. Fans were annoyed. I was right there, annoyed. But in the case of Chelsea and Adam, things do seem to be moving forward. What's strange is the dream was his, not hers, and yet somehow we're seeing her softening up on this reunion thing like she was in his dream. So I don't even know. Next week, we've got Chelsea and Adam sitting down to a romantic dinner in their shared home. There's wine, flowers on the table, food under a cloche, like they do for fancy events. And it just seems to be the two of them. Chelsea dining with Adam, and Connor is nowhere in sight. So Adam asks her, who would have thought we'd be here like this? And it's not clear if he just means he and Chelsea being roommates or them sitting down to this romantic meal. And she agrees she wouldn't have thought it. But then again, she keeps insisting to everyone she's not interested in reuniting with Adam. But in his mind, he is more committed than ever to getting back together with Chelsea. Because if you watch that episode in Adam's Valentine's Day dream, he saw Sally coming to the house, flew away from Paris, flew away from Billy, showed up to beg him to get back together and saying she still loved him. But Adam said, too late for us. He really wants Chelsea and has gotten over Sally completely. So now he just needs to convince Chelsea that they can make this work. And she has told Sharon and Nick and many others she's only living in the house with Adam because of Connor. But I'm guessing that Chelsea is going to soften up soon. This dinner with Adam may be the start of it. And I know fans are torn on this. Chatham is either a love him or hate him thing, but it seems to be heading in that direction, whether we like it or not. And now the really big spoiler for next week, the dual kidnapping. So one of the people going missing has already started to be realized and figured out by the end of the week we're in now. And Phyllis Summers is nowhere to be found. Summer and Daniel both have realized she's not answering calls, text, or messages, and she's not showing up to stalk and annoy them like usual. And so in the week of February 24th, we have got the reveal of not only her being missing, that's confirmed, but now the second kidnapping. And in my most recent Y&R video, I'll put a link to it at the end, I talked about Phyllis going missing and that I think Ian has her, and I mentioned he was going to get Sharon too, and how that could happen. So when I saw these spoilers for next week, that made me smile. Not that I'm, hoping Ian will torment them or anything, but I knew when they announced Ray Weiss's exit from Y&R, it was too soon for him to be done. If you listen here often, you may have heard me say I was surprised they killed off Jordan first week of February sweeps and then Ian not long after. And now we see, it was a fake out. We're going to end sweeps with Ian's wicked return. I'm assuming Jordan is really dead, but it's a soap, so never say never. But we know for sure Ian's alive and Jordan seems pretty dead. So anyway, this week, Daniel and Summer are continuing to worry that Phyllis is MIA. They haven't seen her at the GCAC where she lives. Billy's not heard from her. Next week, we have Daniel talking to a bunch of people that includes Mariah, Nick, Summer, and also Detective Chance Chancellor. And he tells them all not only is Phyllis missing, Sharon's also missing. He wants to know if they think there's more to this. Well, duh, Daniel, of course. So those two are not Thelma and Louise. They're not off on a road trip together. Nick calls it a coincidence, but he does think it's weird. But he's not exactly a rocket surgeon. I mean, let's face it. He's pretty though. For my money, Josh Morrow is about the hottest guy on Y&R. So if he's a little dim, sometimes I can let it slide. Daniel wonders why they would go anywhere together because they hate each other. And Mariah wonders if one of them didn't go willingly. So that's kind of interesting. It sounds like they're floating the theory that maybe Phyllis kidnapped Sharon to get revenge. And Phyllis was telling everybody in town she wanted Sharon to pay. And if the cops and courts didn't get justice for her dumping Heather's body and framing Daniel, then Phyllis would make sure that Sharon paid. Now, I imagine Daniel and Summer will say, no, Mom didn't do that. She was really letting things go and moving on. But in private, they may have to at least suspect that, it is possible Phyllis went after Sharon. So I wonder if Chance is going to go into this suspecting Phyllis is off the radar because she's done this thing to Sharon. Or, if he's going to give the benefit of the doubt. Either way, he's going to start the search for them both, no matter why they're missing and who's responsible. But I'm assuming that next week we're going to see Ian has both of the ladies. And if so, I wonder how he healed up fast enough from that, gunshot in the gut to kidnap not one, but two healthy women who should have been able to fight him off. And with Phyllis and Sharon both at his mercy, we'll see what Ian has planned for them, assuming it's him, but I have no doubt it's him.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.